Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World 3, back again to a couple of random trips. And while the intro is counting down, I've had an idea. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. This is going out on a day. I've got no idea which one. It's going out on a day. We'll explain what's gone on in the last hour in a second. There'll be links in the description below to whatever routes I end up doing, which I think I know. There'll also be a link down there to a Twitch page as well, and down to my Discord server. Yeah, good evening again to Trent, SimHub, and Stokey. This is the third stream I've started in about the last half an hour. I started playing Derail Valley, which is just awful, so gave up on that. Then wasn't really in the mood to do OMSI, gave up on that. Now I thought, well, we'll fall back on Train Sim World 3. I was going to pick a couple of random routes. But then, while the intro is counting down, as I just said, I've had an idea. I thought about doing London Commuter. I've done London Commuter in a while. Let's do that. And then I thought, rather oddly, that Ethan had a good idea of something that he's done in the past, which I do apologise for. So my plan is, we'll start at London, go down to Brighton. When we get to Brighton, we'll switch to the East Coastway and take a service out of Brighton that will depart just after the one that we arrive from London on. So, as though we've arrived in Brighton from London, switched to another service, and then done the East Coastway out of Brighton. That sounds like a plan called Anne, I reckon. An idea, as ideas go. It's definitely an idea. So, that's what I'm going to do, because that's what I'm doing. We will at some point come back and finish off the London Underground thing I did lunchtime as well. So we're going to do the whatever it's called, the London Commuter. And we'll do a timetable run. What train? Hang on, can we use the 166? Sure, we can't use the 166 on the London Commuter. Oh, we can over short things though, can't we? 313? Can we do a full run in the 313? I bet we can't. No. Damn it. Okay. So the 377 then. Right. London Victoria. We want to go. Could we not go? Surely we can go. Hang on, am I in the wrong 387 then? Gatwick Express. London Victoria to Brighton, there we go. But that's going to be the Express, isn't it? Can we do it? We can't do a stopping service. Let's do that. Okay. Right. You can. But is it 375 that one then? That's Southeastern High Speed. No, that's not that one. So it's got to be the 377 then. But that won't let me do London to Brighton. That's only London Bridge, and so it's only going to be the 387 that I can actually do the London to Brighton. This is going well tonight, isn't it? London Victoria to Brighton. We'll do that. Right, we don't want January because it's not January. So we'll go what's July now, isn't it? Blimey. I'm sure we've done a whole thing in the 377. Sorry, I'll take this. Right, 3rd of July. So that's going to depart 8:41. So what we'll do is when we get down there, we'll then take the first service out just after the time we arrive on the East Coastway. And see what happens. At least we can get a couple of reasonably high speedy sections done on the London commutery type thing in the commuter train from London. Commuting. That's a view. God, I can't remember. Okay, master key on. Into forward. Unlock door. What side's the? Okay, that side. Unlock doors on the right. take the window down. I'll take that window down. Where? Up here. Headlights, day running, tail lights off. That looks good. Wait until 8:43. Okay, I'm probably going to get told off now for not having the things on. Where are they here? Are they somewhere ridiculous in here then? The other walls. I mean, I've got to get up. Over here. There we go. Oh, that's a noise. DSD. DSD. Vigilance. Is that what I want? No. AWS. There it is. Skippy. Thank you very much.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Good to know. We've still got to wait till 8:43. Right, so where are we going? Gatwick Airport and Brighton. Okay, it's going to be a relatively high-speed run then. Yeah, 29 months, Skippy. That's many of the times. So yeah, we get down to what would where words? What? I can't. We'll get that. We'll take a dash down to Brighton, then we'll do the East Coast way, and then maybe back to Brighton, and then we'll see what happens. Right, lock doors. Are we single-handed or aren't we? Right, 23 miles to Gatwick. Words don't come easy. It's been an hour. It's been a challenging hour. Right, let's get out of here. Right, let's do that. Let's do that. That. Indeed, Crispy. Yeah, steel toe caps take some getting used to. You're going to have achy feet. Depends on whether you've got somewhere. It depends whether you're going to travel backwards and forwards to work in them, or whether you can change when you get there. Some places you just go in your trainers and change when you get there. There is no Sims and Stuff livery on this train because we're dashing straight down to Gatwick. So yeah, Gatwick, Brighton, and then we'll jump on the East Coastway. Have you got overalls with your name on? Do they say Crispy? Right. Power. $23 miles. I'm going past Battersea Power Station, which is actually a really cool shopping centre type place. It's got a Lego store in it, where we went the other week, and it's like the world's smallest Lego store. I went in there all excited, expecting to be, you know, parted from my wallet, and it was tiny. So yeah, we are going to take a high-speed dash down to Gatwick, it would seem. Where was I the other day and spotted someone with a Lego bag? Oh, I was Birmingham. There's one at the Bullring in the Birminghams. Spotted someone with a Lego bag. The thing is, the stuff I want from the Lego store will be very expensive. I do like the idea of building something quite large in Lego though. I actually put in black bags yesterday a number of 3D puzzles that my old man built. They're quite cool, but it's like, what do you do with them when they're built? Right, double yellow. Yeah, we were on a real live 3-2-3 on Saturday. Me, Crispy, Ethan and Trent. Right, another double yellow. Oh, my spare room is going to be ridiculously empty tomorrow, depending on how much room we got in the skip. If there's enough room in the skip, then the wardrobe's coming apart. If not, then the only thing in my spare room is going to be a bed and a wardrobe. Right, well, that double yellow. We did go on a real live trip on Cross City, yeah. We did New Street to Bromsgrove and back again. Right, that's single yellow, which is staying single yellow. But we've got to be careful. Brakes are quite good on this, so we should be able to stop in time. Right, single yellow, red. Single yellow. Damn it. Okay. We did go down the Licky incline, yeah, and back up it again. Didn't feel very incliney. Oh yeah, I love the smell of WD-40. WD-40 and Swarfiga both smell really nice. Have you got oil under your fingernails, Crispy? The soap, the green stuff, yeah. Unless they're using Swarfiga orange and they're posh. That's got grit in it though. Although you should be wearing gloves, so you shouldn't get oily hands. Right, what was that? That double yellow was, wasn't it? Yeah. So yeah, Gatwick Express is what we're running. That's a long train. Blimey. That was quite loud. So obviously we're following something. I'm guessing it's... Well, it can't be a stopper, because we'd have overtaken it by now. Whose idea was it to put the AWS on? That's a train coming towards me. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's fine. Nearly some sort of head-on collision going on. I almost think we're going to be just chasing double yellows the whole of the way to Gatwick. I'm 10 out of 10 for acting. I could be on the stage, don't you know? Actually, no, we got a green now. Okay, whoever was in front of me has sodded off. So is that all we're getting as line speed? Surely we can go quicker than it. What's the maximum speed of this thing? 110. Come on then. Let's be having you. Do I need a support group? I need something. Oh, we got yellow again. Green, no. Okay. I'm just really enjoying Train Sim World at the moment. Alright, double yellow. So yeah, so we're going London to Brighton. Every time we arrive in Brighton, I'm then going to switch to East Coastway and take out the service leaving Brighton closest to our arrival time on this. So as though we're arriving on this, jumping on another service and taking it out on East Coastway. You know what, Sim? At times I actually think I could. Well, I think at the Glossop line, but I streamed it 4 times last week, so quite good. That's starting to go on YouTube on Wednesday as well. Ditch the other games, Train Sim World. Well, no, and it isn't going to be a regular thing because there is other stuff that I do want to do. But from a single player point of view, I just really enjoy this. Or actually slowing down now to a 60. Really? I want to be speeding up, not slowing down. We're definitely chasing some other sort of, train type device. Well, actually, after last night's farming, I'm not planning on going back to farming for a while. At least a few weeks. Oh, we got greens now, but at 60. I better start doing a slowing down thing. Yeah, well, it's those sort of games that I want to do. I want to do Surgeon Sim. I want to do things like Cooking Sim. We got Bus Mechanic. So there's loads of stuff that I want to do. A variation on trucking that we want to do. Not that that's going to return as a regular. So yeah, there's loads of stuff I do want to do. I miss doing flight. Not that I want to bring flight back as a weekly thing, maybe. But I've said before that I'm going to, after my few days off this week, I'm going to look at changing up the schedule. And maybe put some things on like a rotation. So maybe on a Thursday, 1 week it's flight, 1 week it's OMSI, 1 week it's, I don't know, construction sim. On a Wednesday, it'll be, probably Train Sim World. Or maybe alternating between Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic. Alright, so slowing down to a 45. Four weeks Train Sim World, 1 week Train Sim Classic. No, well, I'm going to do Train Sim Classic tomorrow night, because I'm going down on the Lymington line on Wednesday, so I actually want to do it in Train Sim Classic. So I think that'd be quite cool to do. I'm doing the Riviera line on Thursday. And then going back to that there Cardiff on Friday. And maybe going to Weston-super-Mare on Saturday. I know. No, Greg, it's not. Right, are we going to get to put a bit of speed on now? I'm going to visit Lymington Pier. Well, there's actually a discussion about getting on the ferry and going over to the Isle of Wight. But it depends on it. I'm not planning anything on Wednesday. I'm not planning anything on Friday because we've got a really busily scheduled day on Thursday. No, not planning if it's Saturday or Wednesday. Got a scheduled busy day on Thursday and Friday. So Wednesday I'm just going down the south coast and just seeing what happens. Right, so we got a 60 and then we got a 90. We like that. Come on then. Let's be having you 90. Yes, cabin is on the left because it's in the UK. Americans sit on the right. Brits sit on the left. Actually, that's quite cool. Come on then. We've got a 90 speed limit and we're very slowly accelerating. Yeah, if you just joined, this is London Commuter. We're doing London down to Brighton, so the Gatwick Express, only stopping at Gatwick, then Brighton. When we get to Brighton, we're going to switch to the East Coastway and take a train out of Brighton again. That will be just after we arrive on this one, technically, and then do a trip along the East Coastway, and then see what happens after that. Whether we'll then go back to Brighton or not, we'll see. At 13 miles to go. That's definitely a long train. So you've got to love Train Sim World, haven't you? You just really have. Slowly getting up to speed. Well, that's again, we discussed going down that way on Wednesday. I don't think we're going to get that much time because I want to go down to New Forest. So that might be one for my week off in September. .88 miles an hour. Gonna go back to the future. Yeah, I forgot how good this line is. Also, we're not on a stopping service. No, yeah, we went through Brockenhurst on the way down to Weymouth the other month. So that's the plan for Wednesday. We're going to drive to Brockenhurst, go for a bit of a wander around the New Forest, and just get on a train from Brockenhurst going down to Lymington. Go back to Brockenhurst and then see what happens. Indeed, Ethan. So 10 miles to go to Brighton. Saying then Thursday we're doing Marsh Barton, the new train station down near Exeter, and then going down to Paignton, Torquay, Exmouth, and then back. And Friday it's back to Cardiff and doing some of the routes around Cardiff. And then Saturday, no idea yet. That's okay. It's gone dark. Well, we discussed this yesterday. I actually may not go back to Barry Island because it's pretty rubbish, and we've been there a few times anyway. I want to do the bay because that'll be gone soon, because it's switching to the new station they're building. Ethan, thank you for the bits. Can we put the big lads on? We should be back out in the light soon. I'm stealing your idea, Ethan, by the way. When I get to Brighton, I'm going to switch to the East Coast way and do the next service out closest to the time after we arrive in Brighton. Hi, BG. I am doing good. You gave me permission to steal my idea. I was going to do it anyway. We're going to use a 313. We'll see what there is on the East Coastway. I do like the 313. Had Crispy done a livery for one of them? He has, I think, hasn't he? What time are we in Brighton? I don't know, whenever we arrive. I got an 80 in a mile. These are made deliveries, and all of them look really good. Those new ones I'm really impressed with. Hey, I thought you were going for dinner, Ethan. Right, slow. Nick, thank you very, very much. I sound down. I'm not, actually. I was in a really good mood. I've had quite a, I won't say a boring day, quite a sort of a non-day, which has been alright. But no, I'm okay. But thank you. Tomorrow is going to be one of those days. 3 years ago tomorrow I lost my mum. So yeah, 4th of July, which might be great for Americans, not so good for me. So yes, which is why I'm going to the New Forest on Thursday. Get my beers with a fiver. I actually looked at non-alcoholic section when I went to Tesco's earlier, but I had a basket full and I didn't want to pick up any more stuff. So I may be nipping out tomorrow. So if I do, then I will get some. It was 3 years ago. It's just a day, and it's just that you remember people on like birthdays and sort of anniversaries of their passing and stuff. So generally, I'm in a really good place at the moment, and not Swindon. Right, we've got a 60 coming up in 2.4 miles. Which is right around Gatwick, I've just noticed. And then the dash down to Britain. See, 166 going the other way. I do like the 166. So yeah, so we get down to here, we do a dash along the East Coastway and maybe back to Brighton. And then see what happens. I wonder if we can get back to London. I don't have, East Coastway is not a very long line, is it? Right, double yellow. I see a plane in the distance, which is handy because they're generally, you know, advisable to land at airports. Alright, single yellow. And then we got a red. And slowlying down, it's a word. Headline, plane at airport. It's a plane, it's a plane. And we come to the stop. We're actually early as well. That's coming in quite quick. Many passengers getting off at Gatwick, none with suitcases. How's that a thing? It's like we're going on holiday, but we're taking nothing with us. I've just got my passport, my wallet, my phone. That's all I need.
The train now approaching platform 1 does not stop here. Please stand.
Please stand. Okay, that cut off. I'm intrigued now. Where's the train now approaching platform 1? So it's going to be over there by the wall. I'm intrigued. Where's this plane? Oh, they're all flying with EasyJet and saving money, yeah. You want to bring a bag with you? Hi, Spike. Well, that isn't the train approaching platform 1, is it? That's approaching platform 4. And it is stopping. Wait until 9:12. Fine. There isn't a train approaching platform 1. That's a stupid announcement. The train not approaching platform 1 isn't stopping here. What? That's pretty frequent services. Is everything alright? What in the world? I've got this itch. Right, what time are we due in? We'll find out in a minute. So into Brighton, switch to the East Coastway, out of Brighton. Maybe in the 313. I do like the 313. I prefer old school thing. This is like looking out of a window. Imagine if they had this in your car. It wouldn't be allowed, would you? I suppose you've got to have peripheral vision. So yes, we're making car windows narrower. Is it me or is it the same plane that keeps landing? It does look like it's the same plane. How would you get... No, I mean, if your car windscreen was allowed to be that narrow, you'd be crashing a lot. But I suppose with a train, it only really cares about where it's going in front, doesn't it? You don't really care about looking left or right because you haven't got a turn, have you? It's not like you got to go up to a roundabout, a train about. Locking doors.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the station. Luggage left unattended may be removed without warning or destroyed.
Okay, they don't like playing all the announcements, do they? Okay, 23 miles to Brighton. Destroyed them what? Exactly. Yeah. Don't forget my luggage. Yeah, exactly. Get blown up. Put your shopping down. Someone comes along and chucks an hand grenade at it. Right, Brighton. Never been to Brighton. Maybe going there in August. This thing's not exactly rapid, is it? It does take its time to build up its speed. I appear to be doing a streaming thing again. I swear I was just watching you do farming. No. That was yesterday. This is technically my 4th stream of the day. But we won't talk about 2 of them. I've deleted the VODs anyway. So yeah, I did a slightly short stream at lunchtime. An hour in the Bakerloo line. And then there was Derail Valley that was awful. Then there was OMSI that I wasn't in the mood for. And now this. So they're all good now. We're 21 miles from Brighton. No, that's only on the Train Sim Classic version. What I was going to do, I did the route down in the 1938 stock. The plan was to turn around and come back in 1972 stock. But then during the visit, I missed a phone call from the garage that had my car. I thought, well, in case they wanted to do something or it failed on something and needed my okay, I couldn't wait another hour and a half to call them back. So I ended the stream, called him, and the car was fine. Yeah, no advisories, nothing. Flew through. And yes, we do have Microsoft Flight Sim. I'm actually planning on the flight. Maybe next week we might do some more flight because we haven't done flight and tunes for a while. Right, so a mile and a half, we got an 80. Bing. I don't mind this as a route, actually. I think because it's quite long and straight, it actually feels like you're going faster than you are. I'm not normally a fan of just doing a half an hour run and then a stop, like the TGV stupid French thing. I quite like doing stopping services, but yeah, this isn't bad. Because it's not all twisty-turny. Alright, so down to an 80. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be here in the evening with Train Sim Classic doing the trip down to Lymington, because I'm actually doing that in real life on Wednesday. If I manage to get done what I want to get done before lunchtime with my whole skip thing, then I might do a stream lunchtime. But to be confirmed. That's got dark. That's definitely got dark. Okay, Susan. Ping. I'm guessing we have to do reduce speed through the tunnely type what's it. And now we can do the increasey speed thing. Power. Less power. Yeah, really only stopping at all those intermediate stations. There's a word. Stations. I still wouldn't do this sort of commute. Take my hat off if I had one on. I had one on earlier as a cap. Is that still class the hat? I think it could be. It's people that do like an hour and a half commute each way to work. I'm like, what, really? I get frustrated if I get stuck at a set of traffic lights when I leave work and I don't get home till like 17 minutes past 5. I finish work at 5. Yeah, we know about your long commute. It's a lot of thing for the money. Make sure you got the spec to run it. Is there a demo still for Train Sim? Not Train Sim, for Flight Sim. You used to be able to do a demo. But don't forget, you've got Flight Sim 24 coming out next year. It's on Game Pass though. If you got Game Pass. So that'd be my advice. Either try the demo or get yourself Game Pass for £1 for your first month. Try it on Game Pass. Make sure your machine runs it. Make sure you enjoy it before you then buy it. Because flight's one of those things. You'll either enjoy it and be completely immersed in it or you won't. I like it for the multiplayer aspect. It's not something I would ever just stick on and do. Which actually is the same with any game. I don't game. The only time I play any games is when I'm streaming them. No, would be my advice. 8 gig of RAM's barely enough to run Windows. Depends on what i5. And a GTX Nvidia card of what spec, what speed. 1080, you'd probably be fine. 1050, you might be fine, but RAM is going to be your issue. Check the minimum or check the recommended requirements in Steam and make sure they match, or make sure your machine exceeds them. on in my computer, on your computer. It will tell you. But yeah, RAM is going to be your issue. Also, what sort of hard drives are you running? If you're running an SSD or an M2 drive with more RAM, you might be okay. If you're running a normal spinny disk, that'll slow you down. Right, 9.6 miles to go, 9.5 miles to go. Yeah, and a good internet connection if you want decent weather. So yeah, we're going to get into Brighton, and then so every time we get into Brighton, we'll look at the time, and then we'll switch to the East Coastway and find the next service after we've arrived, leaving East Coastway from Brighton. So it's as though we've arrived on this one, switched to another train, and gone out. Yeah, you might, for 8 gig of RAM will slow you down, definitely. You might not be able to run the things you used to run. Hang on, why am I... There we go. There's a 941-313. Of course you'd know that. Well, if I hadn't slowed down instead of accelerated, then I'd have been alright. I got confused between the brakey thing and the acceleratory thing. Keys are complicated. At least you can map them. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't rely on a caps lock. Stupid game. Yeah, I'd wait till Flight Sim 24 then. It still sounds like a me issue. Yeah, probably. Thing is, I like my keyboard, and that's the only time that's ever actually caused me a problem. So when it does move to the other room, I'm probably going to keep everything the same. Apart from the fact that I'll have more space. It's going to be weird. I think that's going to be a September job. Decorating between now and then. That's a castle-y type thing. It's gone dark, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. So we've got 5 miles to go. Yeah, reckons we're going to be there in 11 minutes. How's it? No, it shouldn't take 11 minutes to do 5 miles. If it does, something's really wrong, or it's just going to hold us outside the station for like 5 minutes. It was quite tunnely. I don't know where it was. It's going to be down that way somewhere, isn't it? Right, 4 miles. And then we shall switch to the East Coastway. See, it's a shame they couldn't just do it. It's a shame there isn't a way of going, a little marker on the platform going, do you want to take this route on East Coastway? Good, Crispy. That's what you should be doing. Right, 75. Yes, every day. Yeah, we're going to be quite early getting into Brighton. That's gone dark again. It's called human interaction, yeah. Right, we got a 40 and a mile and a bit. Does it involve food? Only if you're going to eat said human, or if you're ordering food from them. Well, no, you won't for a while. About 6 months after starting where I am, I can remember everyone's name. There's still a couple of people in the building now that I have to think, well, who are you? Yeah, as long as you remember your boss's name and someone you may be working with regularly, that's it. That's all you need to know. Okay, so into Brighton. So there's a 941 on a 313 out of Brighton, apparently, according to the Train Geek. So we'll switch to East Coastway and jump on that. Oh yeah, the parts guy, the guy that's going to give you things. It's day one. You know, I barely remember anyone's name on day one. We're going to spad. We're going to spad. We're going to spad. Feck. Well, we'll walk from here to to Brighton Station. The passengers will be fine. Ignore that. He didn't see anything there. No, it's all fine. It's all fine. Okay. Right. So East Coastway, was it 941? Brighton to Seaford, 940. That'll do. Right. So we'll leave Brighton then and go to Seaford. Do I need alcohol now? Yeah, I think I do. Right. Unlock left. Hang on, we got to shove my thing in the hole first tonight. Where is it on this one? Oh God, where the hell is it on this one? Okay. Ah, there. Now unlock doors. Nope. Now unlock doors. There we go. Whew. Wasn't doing a thing then. Window. How about that? Open that. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. That into forward. Remember where everything is now. We got some lights here. Cab lights, headlights. Headlights and marker lights. That's fine. Oh yeah. Another cool livery. Right, so going to Seaford this time then. So we just arrived without any issues at all into Brighton. And we're going to take this thing to Seaford. And then we'll see what happens from Seaford. Okay, lock doors. Okay, London. We've got a separate break, haven't we? Oh God. Okay. Oh, that's proper noise. It's dirty as well. I do like these liveries. That looks really cool. Proper noise. Right, 700 yards to London Road. Oh, what a little shaft. So good. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now about to arrive at London Road. That's my Brighton to London trip then. Hey, what? See, I miss out on all the interesting trains after. I'm not saying I'm a train geek, but I start going out travelling about on trains after all the interesting stuff leaves service. Pacer, this. HSTs are still out there, so I do need to go. Well, I've been on one of them, but it was bloody awful. Proper HST. 166. I've been on a 166. Where were we? Right. Molescombe. In a mile. I don't think it's going to be not really one of those routes we're going to get up to much of a high speed, is it? It's all going to be slow stuff. I barely know what trains we were going on and off in London. See, now, I like the 323 for the noise. Whether it was I was in yesterday, I can't remember what it was. I prefer that to the 323. I actually really like this as well. Yeah, I don't know what the train numbers are, do I? I don't get excited when they pull in the station like you train weirdos. It's definitely its function was its design, wouldn't it? It's like, yep, okay, we just need to square at the front so we can hook another one up. That's it. As long as the driver's got somewhere he can see out of, we're fine. So that door shuts and creates the corridor down the middle. Wait until 9:47:15. In that case, we wait. Farmer. Oh, bit of wheel slip. It's actually got quite good acceleration. Come on, you can do it. You can get to line speed. You know you want to. '69. Damn it. Breaking into Farmer. Or Falmer. It's probably not pronounced Farmer. One of those things you'll get told off if you pronounce your local dialect wrong. So what's running on these now then instead of 313s? Other trains, I should imagine. I shall have an jelly baby while I'm waiting. But it goes quiet. Ethan's gone for dinner. So you've got to have dinner at half past 7. It won't be diesel because it's third rail, isn't it? Wait till 9:50 and 54. In that case, we'll go and say hello to my public. Hello, my public. Yes, jelly babies are here in a box on the shelf behind, or boxes on the shelf behind me. Trent bought me some jelly babies. Hello, you got no hair. Not sure if you realise that, but you haven't. Did you lose it somewhere? Is it on the floor? No, I think you arrived here with no hair. Shut the door in case he comes to beat me up. Lock doors. 4 miles to Lewes. Oh, 377s now. Okay. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be here in the evening with some Train Sim Classic, doing the line down to Lymington. I may be here at lunchtime. If I get my skip dropped off in the morning at like 8 o'clock when it's due, and I can get him to pick it back up again a couple of hours later, then I might stream at lunchtime. If not, then I have to hang around for him to pick it back up again. So it'll be skip dependent. So I will post in the Discord server if I'm going to stream at lunchtime. If not, I'll be here tomorrow night. And after that, taking a few days off. Actually going out and about on trains myself. So we're back on Sunday with something. Don't stream midday. What time's your lunch break, Crispy? So you got to go from 8 till 1 for your lunch break. Yikes. Do you not get a tea break? I suppose it makes it a short afternoon then, doesn't it? 3 hours. That's not bad. Oh, we've got a 55 mile an hour limit coming up in a mile. Brakes are pretty fierce on this. Oh, okay. So you can just go and make a cup of tea if you want one, or a cup of coffee. That's good. Well, that's better in a way. Sometimes you don't want to wait till you break if you're thirsty. That's good. Hopefully day 2 is just as enjoyable as day 1. But, well, you're going to be used to coming home covered in all sorts of substances. Oh yeah, if it's one of those environments that everyone's got their own mug, you're going to have to get your own mug. When you go and make the coffees, you got to make sure everyone gets the right mug. I did say to him this morning, write down who has what in their coffee, or how they have it, so when you go make them. Yeah, everyone at my place has got their own mugs. Oh, your time will come, Crispy. They'll probably be nice to you on day one. That's one of the things I used to do on day one, was get the new person to go and make a coffee, just to see, what their skills were like. A couple of the sections where I am, they take it in turns. I don't. I get missed out of all that. I just go and make one when I want one. Oh yeah, learning to make tea and coffee is part of being an apprentice. Right, into Lewis we come. Slowly, it would seem. It's when he gets his own toolbox, because like most places, they'll give you an allowance for tools to start you off. So people will tell you what you need, equipment wise, and then you'll get your own, your own toolbox, and then wait till you get excited by the Snap-on man coming round. You'll find a chunk of your salary will be spent on new spanners and new ratchets and new things. Unlock doors. Is this the finals? No, we're going to Seaford, aren't we? That way then. Oh yeah, some people will have a space, so every single spanner will be in order, so everything will be in the right order. Other people, it's just there's spanners in that drawer, and it will just be chucked in. So that'll be the sort of mechanic you'll be, as to whether you'll have a space for everything, and when someone borrows something as well. That's the key thing. You let someone borrow your tools, you make sure you get it back. Thought I said South Sea for a minute. Thought we're on the wrong line. South Ease next. Yeah, it would be a bit of a diversion. It's on my list of places to go on Wednesday. Is South Sea. It's either that or Saturday. I really like it down there. Right, 2.9 miles. Yeah, not very long route. Well, they're only doing one bit of it, aren't we? Down to, because there's a couple of different points this goes to, I think, from memory. You're going to get a lot of that, Crispy. Right, 40 mile an hour. So we'll do the slowy down thing. So yeah, I don't know, when we get down here then, do we go back to Brighton again? Or do we do one of the other bits of this? Right, off down there. Take this train back to the merge point, which is where? You need to... Okay, nope. I'll have a look and see if I can go from this end to somewhere else then. Whether the only route that where we're going, I can't remember. Where are we going? Seaford. Or where the only place I can go from Seaford is back to Brighton. I don't know these things. Well, in that case then we'll pick on one of the other routes that goes somewhere else. Alright, 1.2 miles. Yeah, it's a nice little route. I said nothing lengthwise compared to the London commuter. I haven't done Midland Main Line for a little while either. There's so many good UK routes. I could just spend. I think I could just stream UK train sim routes, and it would take me a long time to go back to the. We're not going to stop here, are we? To go back to the first one again. Yeah, I was used to the brakes on the other one. It's fine, we're reversing back to it, it's okay. Nothing to see there. We're all good. See, it's fine. Passengers didn't even notice. So I'm sure that was the station we were supposed to stop at, the one we just shot through. It's very quiet in here though for an electric train. There's no noise or anything. Right, lock doors. 2.7 miles to New Haven town. Right, can we stop at that one? That's the question. Thanks for the confidence there. You're probably right, though. I'll just start braking now. I'll be fine. Yeah, if I overrun Seaford, there's a whole bigger issue. Right, slowlying. Must be quite sad as a driver if you've been on the same train type and probably end up on this route driving the same units all the time, to know that it's the last journey and then that thing's just going to be taken for scrap. feel like when you scrap a car, isn't it? You think all those miles that thing's done for me, that's been reliable, hopefully. You know, you've been a lot of places with it, and all of a sudden it's gone, and you moved on. But it'll be like a Top Gear moment. Anyway, here's the new train. Alright, braking. Into New Haven town. I'll slow it down to a 20. Yeah, I didn't turn the AWS on this. Anyway, well, I don't remember where they all are on all the trains. Braking. Okay, little tiny bit overshooty, but that's fine. That'd be right. That first one, then get off there. Just be very careful. And just end up tumbling down the slope. That'd be right. It's fine. All good. Into Hood, apparently. Waiting to load passengers. Passengers are waiting to be loaded. Should be load/unload passengers. Lock doors. It's not just people getting on, is it? People getting off as well. New Haven Harbour. Yeah, people getting off and falling down the hill. It's true. So this reminds me of Lymington, where I'm going to be on Wednesday, because that stops right by the boaty thing. That's what it's called, the boaty thing. To get on the the boaty thing. And we are now arriving. Oh, wrong key. I have to think when it's gone from single control to non-single control. That's all right. That's fine. I can't see the signal from the cab, but don't worry about that. That's not annoying at all. Not in the slightest. Lock doors. Bishopston. That's near Swindon. See, you want to go down there, didn't you? You want some sort of freighty type route down there. That's where you run along. Is it an estuary down here? Or is it a sea? It's disused. That's a shame. They should put it back into service because I want to go on it. That's a bit rapid. That was an abandoned station by the looks of things. Yeah, do like this train. What was one I was in yesterday that sounded really good? That was electrocuted. I can't remember. I've done so much train sim world I can barely remember what I've done. Birmingham Cross City. But no, there's something that sounded better than the 323, I said. Although, yesterday? Day before yesterday? Didn't did I do something on the Glossop line that wasn't the 323? That I reckon sounded better than the 323? Because of the motor noise. No, that was diesel. It was electric. I can't remember. Day before yesterday we was in Warwick. Well, Friday, Thursday then. Because I did Glossop 4 times, didn't I? Only 3 times ago on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know. It was some sort of train that was electric. And I think this sounds better than the 323. But I do talk a lot of crap, in all fairness. Seaford. Right, 0.8 of a mile. Yeah, if we overshoot at Seaford, we've got a bigger issue. Buffers may need replacing. .465 on Southeastern High Speed. That's the one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I forgot I did a Southeastern High Speed. That's not going on YouTube though. I didn't upload it to YouTube. Wonder why. Don't know why. Oh yeah, that's the one where Twitch kept falling over, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because then I switched to the Long Island Railroad thing, which I was actually really enjoying. I bought 2 DLC today as well. I bought 2 trains. A German one. Another one. They're like $1.99 each. Because it unlocks other things. Oh, 1 American ones and a German one. It's like £2 each. I'll have a bit of that. In the Steam sale thing. have arrived at Sleaford. Seaford, even the food with the sea by it. I can hear seagulls. It's all the information we're getting. Yeah? What more do you want? Right, so do we now... We do. Main menu. So what else is there on the East Coast Way that we could do? Let's do... Should we do the modern one? Let's do the modern one. I'll do the 377 then. We got a... Oh, we have... Seaford to Brighton, Lewes to Brighton. Or to Brighton? Okay. Brighton to Brighton. That seems to be a thing. We'll do or to Brighton then. How about that? That was a noise. Opens the windows. Opens the windows. Opens the doors. Tail lights off. Headlights. Day running. Oh, stupid camp. Sort them out, Unreal. Alright, we'll make our way back to Brighton then. Where are we stopping at? Hampden Park, Polegate, Berwick, Glynde, Lewes, Farmer, Molescombe, Brighton. Are we just single? We are. Got to get my brain into single-handed operations. Oh, locked doors, that's me. Indeed. Right, Hampden Park. .8 miles. So where is Orr? Never heard of Orr. That was a noise. That was definitely some sort of noise. Okay, we've got a 70 once all the train goes through. We're only 1.5 miles away from the place with the stopping. Pathetic little horn. East of Hastings. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I've never heard of it. So I'm making a dash back to Brighton now then, in a semi-fast service. .313's got a bit more character to it, but I don't mind this. Never used to like electrics. It used to be just, it would only be diesel and that's it. But some electrics now, mainly because of the audio in them, I actually really like them. I do prefer the noise from a diesel. What was that thing we were in on Saturday? The Loco Hall thing. That was quite cool. The 68, yeah. Arriving at Hampden Park. Very slowly. And knocking left. I don't like Unreal. I know if I change a different camera angle it wouldn't do that. Just need to sort that one out. I haven't got number 8 on my gaming keypad. I can't switch to that one. Locked doors. Polegate, 2.3 miles. I think the 313 actually accelerated quicker than this. I like my keyboard. I've had my normal keyboard for like, well, the last 6 years. There's nothing wrong with it. That's the only time that it's ever caused an issue. And the gaming, it's my gaming keypad. It only goes 1 to 6. So it's not really an issue with the keypad. If I want it any wider, I have to have a whole keyboard. And even when I move setup into the other room, it's going to be the same as this. The keyboard's going to have to go behind the steering wheel because of where the gear shifter goes, the farm sim panel goes, the joystick goes, the throttles go. It's basically going to be the same as this. Just in a different room. Because it's 1 to 6 across the top of the keypad. So it goes F1 to F5. Below that, numbers 1 to 6. Right, slowing. Maybe not enough of the slowing. Then it's, yeah, QWERP. So I understand why. And then ASDFB. And below that is Control G key, out, and then space. So it's a little thing under your thumb. And then it's got escape, out, tab, shift, and control down the side. It's a brilliant little keyboard. Because it just sits to the left of my wheel, so I just keep my left hand on it. So for QWERTY keys and stuff, it works perfectly. So because my normal keyboard sits behind the steering wheel, which is always in front of me. Okay. So, okay, WASD keys then. If you end up being like that at work, you're not going to be there very long. That's a lot of people. Really need a haircut. Try and get that done tomorrow if I can as well. Too many things to do. Wait until 10:19 and 30 seconds. Really? Okay, that wasn't the world's noisiest blind. Oh, hello. I've got lots to do tomorrow. Lock doors, including filling a skip. Berwick or Berwick. And I'm out all day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I got a purple one here till about 2:30 on Sunday. So I'll do the whole houseworky thing as well. Alright, it's making our way back to Brighton from Orr. Never heard of it. Yeah, this definitely isn't rapid, is it? We are going up a slight incline, but it's nothing major. I suppose it's not designed for just frequent stops. It's designed for sort of semi-high speed runs. .8 miles. Not sure on the brakes on this. We're guessing we're going to find out. .88 miles an hour. You build a time machine out of a train without a number on it. Blame Crispy for that one. Thankfully, the brakes are quite good. All the passengers are now in the front carriage. No, I reckon that's your fault there, Crispy. Entirely. See, at least this one makes a noise when it's stopped as well, unlike the 313. I suppose this has got aircon though. Wait until 10, 24 and 30 seconds. Well, guessing we'll have to do that then. Fine, I'll wait then. If that's the way you want to be, that's the way we'll be. Locking the doors. The doors are now locking. Glind, glind. Lit that place. .2 of the miles. Would love to have been around in the pre-beaching era with all those little branch lines and stuff running all over the country. I know none of them were, you know, covering their ways and stuff, and it was the expense of maintaining them and the locos and the staff at all the stations, but that was a hell of an infrastructure. Now we probably look back and go, maybe we should have kept all those lines. Idiot parked on the track. Yeah, that's not simulated, stuff like that. This isn't America, because that happens a lot over there. You do get people here dodging round and under barriers that are coming down, but we don't get that many open crossings here. Alright, 1.1 miles. Yeah, there's talk about putting back in a couple of the branch runs from here, but obviously a lot of it now is roads or houses, so they can't, you know, okay, some of it's like a cycle path. God. I got confused then between the single-handed operation. I was pressing the other button for the brake. I was like, what's going on there? No, it's all on one controller. Don't be confused. .7 of a mi. Must be a countryside around here. I've never been to this part of the world. I've done Kent, I've done Ramsgate, Margate, or Dover. That sort of bit. I've never done the bit past, well, between sort of Southsea and, well, Brighton. Maybe I should. Yeah, I really like the idea of going to Brighton. I was talking about going down there for Pride, but probably won't, because that'll just be absolutely ridiculously busy. Maybe later in the year, one Saturday. It's not that far from here to drive, a couple of hours. Welcome to Glind, however you're pronouncing it. This place. The place we're at now, that's the place we are, is this place. The one we're at. Locking doors. Lewis. Yeah, it's quite good. They're a bit spaced out. That one. So Lewis, Farmer, Molescombe, Brighton. So a couple of stops left to go. 4 after Lewis, Farmer, Molescombe. 4 to go. That's 4. So 4 then. That'll be 4. Yeah, tomorrow night I'll be back with some Train Sim Classic, doing the trip down to Lymington, which I'll actually be on Wednesday. So doing that tomorrow, and then taking a few days off. So no streams on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. We're back on Sunday lunchtime with something. Maybe some Train Sim World 3. But possibly with a purple weirdo at the helm. Two miles from Lewis. And a 70. 3 streams one day. Well, second technically. One at lunchtime, which was short, and this one, so yeah, 2. The other ones that we don't talk about, Derail Valley and OMSI, because of Derail Valley I wasn't in the mood, but now I'm glad I've done this one now. I do like that noise. That deep rumble, that's quite cool. And slowing down to a 40. Go into Lewis, then carry on making our way back towards Brighton from here. It's quite a good little line, this. It's one of those where it's quite nice doing the little branches off, but I'd rather have one longer line that was just longer end to end. Although I can see the benefit of just doing like the backwards and forwards to different destinations. So you could go return to Brighton and do each bit, couldn't you? So you could do Brighton to Seaford, Seaford back to Brighton, Brighton to or back to Brighton, Brighton to wherever it is, the other place that it goes to, and then back to Brighton. So yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Unlocking the doors. The doors are unlocking. Three stops to go. Molescombe, Farmer and Brighton. If I actually remembered those correctly. Probably in the wrong order, but it's those three stops. It's not going to be Brighton next, then Molescombe and Farmer. Farmer. There's a chance. Not Farmer. Farmer. That's definitely a slow departure. I think because of those points. Come on. Give me the increased speed. You know you want to. There we go. Then this thing's not that rapid. So Farmer, Molescombe, Brighton. That's the order. And 3.5 miles to Farmer. Yeah, I really wish they'd use the same asset. I really wish they link. So if you've got both DLCs that both go in and out of Brighton, that they just let you combine the two. It's got to be possible, surely. That's the only place, I think, isn't it? We have said this before, that where two DLCs link. Actually, there's a couple of stations in there on some of the routes. We got the same station in two different routes, I think. A couple of London ones. Right, 2.5 miles. This will certainly be better in a diesel, but you know, wouldn't really make use of the third rail. I've got 60 coming out, so I'll just back off the power. We might be able to just coast down to the speed we want. Train coming through the tunnel. And into Falmer, however you're pronouncing it. Unlocking the doors. The doors are being unlocked. With added camera collisions. Are you waiting for this train then, or are you waiting for the next train? Why are you just looking at the train? Yeah, looking at the pretty. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Pretty bird. Pretty bird. What was that from? Dumb and Dumber. Right, Molescombe. 1.8 miles, and then it's on to Brighton. Yeah, the blind kid playing with a dead bird. Yeah. No, it was from Dumb and Dumber. That's a great film. The one they remade recently wasn't as good. The original was still the best with that. Like Home Alone, in it. The first film was just awesome, and then it just got. I've never seen the. Like they did 3, didn't they? One of them was with a different kid. I've never seen the third one. The second one was okay. Then I'm guessing Nobby wanted too much money to be in the third one, so they just replaced him and put someone else. And surprisingly, it flopped. It's 4. But, you know, there's Fast and Furious 463. They'll keep making them as long as people keep watching them. And they're making money every single time they come out. So, of course, they're going to just carry on, aren't they? So you can't, you can't fault them. Well, see, I've watched all the 4 John Wick films, and they are all brilliant. Last one was really good. So sometimes films can have a run to them. Well, Die Hard, first 2, good. Then it sort of... Actually, the third one was good, In the City. I preferred the third one to the second one. There's 6 Home Alone. 6? Well, there's another Indiana Jones film in there, which I do want to see. I don't think I saw the last one. But that was Sean Connery, was his dad. Six Home Alone films. Blimey. Let's go. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. See, why can't they have the toilet displayed? What if I need a pee? Good morning. Hello. Back on there then. Can't go any further down. Some four parked in the station a bit too far forward. Wow. Can you imagine? Could you imagine sitting in there? That's going to be a depressing place to spend your time, isn't it? Can you walk on the rails? Yeah. We shall wait until 10:46 and 30 of the seconds then, before we depart on our way to our final stop of Brighton. Seven, 28, 29, 30. Lock doors. Brighton, 1.5 miles. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, not bad little line, this. So started off with a bit of a dash down from London to Brighton on the Gatwick Express, and then went down to Seaford, and then all back to Brighton. Not bad at all. Okay, 30 mile an hour coming up, which I'm guessing is when we're going to go where the points are. Or over that bridge thing. I was going to stop there. I was thinking, no, that's not Brighton. That's somewhere near Brighton. Don't stop there. Yeah, this bridge type thing. Viaduct. Imagine doing that now. Pretty awesome, wouldn't it? But imagine how expensive it'd be to build a proper brick viaduct nowadays. Alright, change tracks. And then we come to Brighton. Yeah, it was the same sort of era of station, isn't it? They all look pretty much the same from this sort of era. Let's go into Lewes. See, I quite like the architecture of railway stations. That's why that TV show on Discovery is brilliant. The architecture the railway is built. It's really interesting. I do like a bit of architecture and a bit of engineering. There we go then. A run down from London to Brighton, Brighton to Seaford, and then or back to Brighton. There we are. More Train Sim World 3 then maybe on Sunday. We will see. It's odd saying that on Saturday, on Monday, isn't it? Next stream though, back tomorrow evening with some Train Sim Classic. Where I'm going to be taking the line down to Lymington, which I'm actually going to be doing on Wednesday. So check out the Discord for some actual pictures of Lymington. We'll see how it compares to the game. And then taking a few days off to go out and about on trains, down into Devon, over into Wales, and then who knows where on Saturday, somewhere. But then we're back on Sunday with something, and then normal schedule carrying on then all the way through till September. So there we go. Thanks to you lot for your company for the last 2 and a bit hours, to Ethan earlier for the bits, to the moderators who are doing absolutely sod all. There we go. I will be back then tomorrow night with some Train Sim Classic. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. Oh yeah, thanks for the donation.